What is up, YouTube watchers? Well, tonight I'm doing something different. It's about 1 in the morning. Perfect time to go uptown and not be suspicious, especially in a car that the police here in this town know. The police, they've pulled me over several times in the past for nothing bad, just pulled me over for speeding because I speed up a little bit too much before I head out of town. Like it's a 30 mile an hour zone, and then it goes to 40 and then 55. And there's a lot of times I drive uptown at night to go get my girlfriend food when she gets off work at 10 p.m. So about 11:30, I drive uptown to go get us food sometimes. And let me put my seatbelt on, because this car will beep at me if I don't. But anyway, I usually, when I'm heading out of town with food, I'd like to get home kind of fast. I don't know if any of you other guys do that when you go uptown to get food, fast food, and then you rush home to try to, keep it as warm as possible or fresh as possible. I don't know. It's one of those things. But anyway, I'm heading out of town, and I basically, I do 45, 50 coming out of town in the 30 and 40 zones. 40 into 30, I've been pulled over for that. The last time I got pulled over, it was a guy cop. He pulled me over for doing 44 in a 30 zone, heading out. And when he stopped me, it was okay. The conversation, I wasn't being aggressive with him or anything. I was just like, hey, what'd you pull me over for? What's going on? And he was just like, well, give me your driver's license and I'll tell you. And then I gave my driver's license. I was like, is something wrong? Do I have a light out or something? He was like, no, sir, you were doing about 44 in the 30 zone. That's why I pulled you over. And I said, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Whenever I start to head out of town, I tend to just speed up a little bit. And he's like, yeah, I see that. And he's like, hold on, excuse me, I'll be right back. And then he goes back to his patrol car, his Tahoe, behind me, obviously. And it's been about 5 minutes. I'm starting to get aggravated because what did I get? Taco Bell that night. And tacos and stuff, they tend to last a little bit longer. But I was sitting there, and then I see another cop pull up from the side, and they get out, and it's a lady cop. She walks up to the side of me, my passenger side. I could just see her over there. So I put my passenger side window down just in case she says anything. And then the guy comes back up to me, and he's like, hey, why didn't you tell me you have concealed carry? And I was like, what? What do you mean? And he said, your license. You have a concealed carry on your license. You should have told me about that when I pulled you over firsthand, because that's my life in danger. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? I don't have concealed carry permit. I've never done that. And he said, so you never took a class for it? I said, no, I don't have that. I was like, and then I started to get, it was my fault. I started to get a little bit aggravated at that. I was like, dude, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just get to the point. And he said, well, hold on now. If you want to, we can have church out in the street right here. And he was like, you better just cool yourself. I said, at that point in time, I realized, I was like, okay, this guy's an asshole. So I was just like, I took the second route out. I was just like, okay, I apologize. I'm sorry. And after that, he was like, yeah, it's okay. I'm just going to give you a warning anyway. So he did his little thing on his electronic device, printed up a little warning ticket. And he was like, yeah, next time just slow it down through here. Don't be speeding through here. And oh shit, that was a deer. Don't be speeding through here either. But anyway, let me turn my high beams on. I can see these fucking deer, because it's about deer season. Anyway, he was like, yeah, and I made it, because of him, I made it my point. Ever since then, I do at least 40 miles an hour in the spot that he pulled me over. And so far, I've never been pulled over, but I haven't been pulled over since he pulled me over, and that's been like 2 or 3 months ago. But the first time I got pulled over since I moved here, it was a state trooper. And you know how much of an asshole state troopers are. They are the freaking assholes of the police force. But this dude was like the nicest state trooper I've ever met in my life. Dude, he said he came out of the army or military and he was doing this because he enjoyed this type of work. And just telling me about his life story. He pulled me over for doing 73 and a 65 coming into center. And I told him, well, I wasn't paying attention. I apologize, man. I'm used to it being 75. It used to be 75 here years ago. And I could drive this road blindfolded doing 80 miles an hour with the cruise set. And he was like, yeah, I know. I remember that time. But he was like, I'm just going to give you a warning. And, he asked me if I was, what I was doing. I said, well, I'm currently looking for a job. This was like a couple of years ago. And he was like, well, he was one of those guys. He's like, well, I'll pray for you, brother. Blah, blah. And I was like, man, thanks. Because, I was like, we need more cops like you that will actually listen and not be fucking assholes and shit. Turn off my fucking high beams. But anyway, we're going to head uptown. Oh, I haven't even said what we're doing. We're going to head uptown because I'm going to try to visit a cemetery. It's been a while. And it's right in the middle of town, in between the AutoZone and a car insurance dealership. It's like a little cemetery. I don't know if it's a family cemetery or what, but we're gonna go visit it. But when I get closer to center, I will turn you guys back on. All right, we're getting a little bit closer to town. We're about to pass the airport on the right, and then there's a funeral home and a cemetery here on the left. That's where my late dad is buried, and most of my family, my grandpa. But anyway, coming up into center. This car is probably going to wonder what this light is inside the cab of this vehicle, but oh well. And also my bright lights are on, but my bright lights are so weak that they're not even bright enough to blind people. So I leave them on all the time. I've actually had someone that lives down there was coming towards me one night, and I said, are my bright lights bright? Because I had them on when you passed, and he was like, they look like your dim lights. So I said, okay, well, I'll leave them on because they're a lot brighter than the dim lights. Yeah, that's the dim lights right there, and you can barely see them. Anyway, we're coming into center here. Alright, we made it into town. And if I do see a car coming my way, I will be putting this phone down because it could be police. And I'm sure they would pull me over. One, because they know this car. Two, because they see a bright light shining from the inside of this car. And they would just be curious enough to pull me over. But anyway, we're coming up on the little graveyard. It's up here. Well, it's still up here a little ways. It is 1 a.m., but still, I gotta be careful driving through here because people like to fly on this road at night. But we're getting there. Alright guys, we made it here. I gotta find a spot to park. I'm gonna park in this little hidden spot right here just to keep eyes of cops off this car. Just so it's out of the way and it don't look suspicious. Okay, the graveyard is actually right in front of us. It's right beside this insurance place. I'm pretty sure they have cameras here, but I'm not doing anything. Oh shit, there's a car coming, guys. I gotta hide the light. Yeah, I'm gonna get down just in case it's a cop or something. I don't want to see them to see me walking through here or anything. I'm not taking no chances. Damn, that truck was hauling ass. But anyway, the graveyard's over here. What I'm gonna do... Okay, nobody's coming. I mean, at least they keep this mowed and clean back here. I think somebody takes care of this little cemetery. But what I'm gonna do is try to figure out a way. I may have to do some fence hopping here. I don't really want to walk near the road up there. But let me go back this way and see what it looks like. Put my phone in my pocket. I mean, not my phone, my light in my pocket. I really wish I could turn this light off on this phone. Let me turn the camera back on when I hop this fence. Alright guys, we're in here now. I don't see any prying eyes around here, so maybe I can turn on a flashlight. I mean, there's only a few graves in here. I don't know if they even say anything on them. There's a car coming. 1 second. Oh, that was police too. Oh, I can actually see it in the phone here. 1897 to 1900? I guess a kid. Maybe this is like a family cemetery or something. Let's see. This one is falling over. What does this one say? 19. The top's broken off. 1904, so 45 years before that. That's a pretty old grave. There's another one right here. I guess that was a kid too, 1900 to 1900. Looking through this phone, I can really helps, because when I look at the tombstone right here with my eyes, I can't really see it, but when I look through the phone, it's more clear. Okay, let's see. A couple more right here. I try to be sparing with the flashlight, because anybody could see this flashlight and they'll immediately think I'm up to thievery or something, or trying to debo something. That one's pretty old right there, 1830, I think. Or 1880. Okay, never mind. I think that's 1880 to 1897. I can't see the age right there. I just can't read that, not even through the phone. Darling Miss Thee or something. Interesting. There's this one right here that's broke. It's not gonna stay there. Okay, I'll put that back. And this one, can't tell if that one says anything or not. Oh, well, that fence is open right there. There's some near the front up here. I gotta be quick about these. I don't want to be this close to the road. There's another. I'll try this one first. $18.90 Anderson. Let's try this broke one. Yep. Okay. Is that all? No, there's one more right here. This one looks a little bit newer. $1907. Okay. There's one right here. I really need to hurry up. 1888 to 1901. They're basically like kids. Can't tell if someone's coming or not. These are right here by the road. Yep, someone's coming. Okay. Okay, I don't hear anybody else. Let me go ahead and get these last graves and I'll be done. It's a big tombstone. 1879, 1921. Interesting. Matilda Pilot. 903 Center, Texas. Okay. George Nixon. I think these are just the footstones, maybe. Yeah, those are just footstones. There's no more graves in here, I don't think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What does this say? St. Paul's Baptist Church, erected June 27, 1909. Preservation, okay. Yeah. There's no graves over there that I'm missing. At least somebody is taking care of this place. Okay, I've seen that one. Okay. Yep, that's it. Flashlight off. All right, I'll turn the camera back on whenever I hop across this fence again. Okay, we're back in the car now. I just hopped the fence. Let's remove ourselves from this location before Popo rolls by and happens to wonder what the heck I'm doing here, especially at 1:40 in the morning. It's not very suspicious at all. Okay, and we're headed back. That's the cemetery right there. You can't see it, but that's it. Right behind the AutoZone. I guess that may be like a family plot, or maybe there was a church there back in the day. I don't know. But anyway, I'll conclude this whenever I get home. I need to turn this phone off. Don't want anybody uptown to see me filming or see a light in the car. Okay guys, hold on. Let me turn on the copyright. Shit, there's somebody coming down the road. I didn't want anybody to see me pulling in here this late at night, especially 1:40 in the morning. God damn it. But anyway, we were before I go home, I was wanting to visit the cemetery that my late father and late grandfather is buried at. Oh my God, keep driving. Okay, keep driving. There's nothing wrong with someone coming to visit the cemetery at freaking 2 in the morning. Oh my God, somebody else is coming. Oh, that's a big truck. He don't care. But down here is where their graves are. Man, there's a lot of people going down there. Let me go down here and turn around and have my front facing outward. I need to hurry up and get this car parked and turn the lights off. Turn the headlights off. Turn around. Don't hit a tree. Get turned around. There we go. It's been a while since I've been out here, sadly. But that's how it goes in life. When you have a family member that dies, friend, family member, anything. Turn that light off. Headlights. When you have a family member that dies, you know, for the first couple of years, you may visit their graves. But eventually we all forget. And we all, you know, just go about our lives. You know, it's like my mother used to bring decorations up here for each of the holidays. And well, I don't think she's been here in the past year or two. What was that? Sounds like an animal. I'm not talking about ghosts. That sounds like an animal. It is nice to be in a cemetery at 2 in the morning. A big one. Fairly good size. See how big this one is? It's fairly good sized. I don't want to shine this light too much. Oh, let me clean this off. I'm just going to go ahead and turn these lights off while cars are passing by. Even though there's so many lights out here on these graves, it probably wouldn't matter. There. Okay. That's my late father. And my grandfather is buried. This isn't my grandfather, but that's Galloway. That's family. Here's my grandfather. Jesus Christ. Is that an ant bed? Yep, that is ant bed. Get the fuck out of here, ants. Man, somebody needs to cut around this grave here. Shit's growing up. This ain't a defunct cemetery. In other words, they still got land to bury people. You'd be cutting this shit. But yeah, that's my grandfather's grave. And my grandma, well, she's still with us, but who's here? Lout. That's some family friends. As I hear my mom always talking about Lout. Davis. Campbell. There's not really Wheeler, any old tombstones out here. I don't know where the old tombstones may be. Maybe up near the front. I don't know, maybe I'll drive back there. Drive to the back, see if I can find any older graves. I don't think there's that many old graves here. But we shall see. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to have to edit it down. Let's see. Well, now I need to turn back around. I don't know if anybody lives on these premises. Like if there's a grave guy that lives here. I don't think they have security or any of that stuff. Turn on my high beams. I wish my phone could pick up low light better than this, because I can clearly see all in front of me, and this phone won't even capture anything. I don't know. We'll just call it a night, because I don't know where the old graves are. I would have to come out here during the daytime and get a better idea of where everything's at. Because literally that's the only time I've ever visited this cemetery is, you know, the passing of my dad and my grandfather. So I don't really know where anything else is. But anyway, all right, I'll end the video when I get back home. Okay, and just like that, I'm back home. Let me just go inside. My damn phone can't pick up light for shit out here. Even though it's plenty bright, I could see clearly out here, and this phone just can't capture and darken when it's dark. But anyway, I gotta be quiet because the girlfriend's asleep. Anyway, those are two cemeteries. What I really need to do is go visit my uncle's cemetery, which is a little bit further away, or where my uncle's buried at, not his cemetery, but where my late uncle's buried, because that is in the middle of nowhere, buried by an old ancient looking church that nobody lives around. That would be creepy. You know, the church where my dad's at, I mean the cemetery where my dad's at, that's by Highway 7, so I mean there's cars whizzing by all the time. Hold on, I'm trying to take my jacket off. But anyway, maybe this weekend or next week I'll try to go visit my uncle's grave where he's buried at and see how it is there. But anyway, this video is long enough. I need to go ahead and end it. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day or night.